Yeah, that's the ferry, beautiful ferry that goes from Dartmouth, Nova Scotia, across to Halifax, Nova Scotia, and you can see Halifax right in behind. Hi, everybody. Ryan Walter here again. Jenny and I were back east, and right now in Dartmouth, Nova Scotia, and we're working with a large client. We did some work Saturday. We got a day off today on Sunday. We'll work Monday, Tuesday with their managers and their sales teams. The reason we're here, though, is we're having a nice little walk right down on the sort of the bay, and next across my shoulder is Halifax, Nova Scotia. Beautiful little city. We love that place. I wanted to bring you just a quick thought because a client that we have said this to me recently. He said, "Listen, Ryan, I want to talk to you about coaching." He said, I had a conversation with one of my one of my top guys here recently, and his demeanor and his energy was off. As a matter of fact, he was in a place where his numbers were down. He wasn't moving forward, and this is a guy that's been very good for our company and has been with us long term, almost 10 years, I believe he said. And he said, I finally had a conversation with him, just to sort of chatting. I wanted to, have a coaching conversation with him. And he said that this young guy said to me, a while back, this certain thing happened in the office and it made me upset. And I haven't been on for a year. Isn't that crazy? One little thing happened in the office towards this employee, and for a year he had low energy. He didn't bother to come to the boss, and if you're a manager or you're a leader in a company, you know that people aren't going to come to you very often, right? And so we have to go to them. So let's talk about coaching. How valuable are coaching conversations? And can I say this? Here's maybe the title of what we want to talk about. Is that coaching conversations release energy? Let me say that one more time. Coaching conversations have the opportunity to release energy, the energy of your people. So here's our little process. I want to give you our process very quickly, and I want you to think about it, and then maybe you and I'll have a conversation on how to, teach or train this process in your company or to your leaders. We always start with the present condition. So you start with where people are at. Hey, how's your day today? And, where are you at? What changes would you like to make in your future? So start with the present condition, the present changes that you want to make. Flush that out. Get them to talk about where they're at and where they'd like to sort of make changes. Number two is, we like this word as we've talked about it a lot, in neuroscience, and that is priming positivity. So you want to prime their positivity. You want to get them to a place where they can be not only positive, but they can have energy towards the future. I'll give you an example. Real easy to say to the person you're coaching, what would this look like if you really nail this? If you solve this problem and create this change, what would that look like in 3 to 5 years? Get them to look out and see what could be and prime their positivity. Number three might be the hardest part. So remember, we're talking about present condition. Then you move your people into priming their positivity. The third P, and we call this 4PI. So the third P is what we call possibilities. And just get them, this will be the hardest thing you do in your coaching conversation. Get them to actually sort of brainstorm what possibilities they might have to solve this issue or to create this change. So the possibilities, and the greatest thing that we can do as leaders is sit back and write down their great possibilities. So don't give them the idea. Don't talk to them about what they should do. Don't make statements. This is where you and I ask questions. Could be as simple as, oh, that's a good idea, and then what? What else would you do? What about this? What next steps could you take? So get them to brainstorm and get them to have the insight. So you're really asking questions to allow them to have deeper insights so that they can go deeper into the solution of the issue that they want to change. Fourth P, and this is a powerful one, you come out of the possibilities and you want to get into what we call the process forward. So what one or two things will your person you're coaching actually focus on or choose to or commit to creating the change? So out of the 10 possibilities, what are the one or two things that they're going to move forward on and that you can help hold them accountable for? Finally, 4PI. So we've done the 4 Ps. The I is brilliant. Interference. What are some of the things, and ask this question, what are some of the things that might interfere with you actually creating this change in your behavior or actually getting this done? So the I is strategic. The interference, have a conversation around external interference or internal interference. Have a conversation around what interference that you as the coach could help remove from them so that they can actually accomplish this goal. In the future, we're going to talk lots more about goals. But we call it 4PI. Let's go back to the original story. My client friend, right, actually had a coaching conversation with this gentleman who was a 10-year employee whose energy had been down for a year. And after that conversation, that employee was back on track. They got a chance to hash out what happened. They created a solution. And now all of a sudden that employee is highly energized towards the company. He's back in interfacing with the clients. He's making it happen. Coaching conversations can release the energy of your people. Have a great week.